Hey guys, welcome back to AFTV Next Gen. My name is Harvey. Robbie is here as always. Thank you, Robbie, for joining me.
I'm good.
Good. Today's episode, as always, sponsored by Mask FC. If you do need to go out and you do need to go out and about, make sure you take your mask with you. 10% off using code AFTV at maskfc.com. Link in the description. You know what to do. We used to need to wear these on our eyes, but as of recently, it's okay. We can leave them for a bit, which is nice. But before we get into anything, there's just one thing which I've got to play.
Okay, you ready for this, everyone? Thank you, Robbie.
Oh my God, that guy, man.
It's the best thing ever. When I saw that,
Oh my God. Where they get this guy from, man? I'll tell you, he's like,
where do you get him from?
I don't know, man. And when we did that video, that was after midnight, and he's still got so much, and he don't stop.
He doesn't stop.
He's so funny. He's so, you know, these people, they're funny and they don't even know.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's probably the best description I've heard of Ty. But yeah, I thought I had to get that in here. It was hysterical. But I'm going to talk about BUKAYOOOO first of all, okay? Because as you know, I'm a big fan. I'm a huge fan, and
you've interviewed him, innit?
You know, we're friends. We're not friends, but I wish we were friends. But as I think maybe Ty said, or you asked Ty, he's a very, very humble, down to earth guy. He's just a kid. He's 19 years old. It's crazy. And these are his stats. This is all competition so far for Arsenal this season. And 5 goals, 3 assists, 16 shots on target, 21 key passes, 110 duels won. He's 19 years old. He's one of our own. He's 19 years old, and he's been absolutely sensational. Robbie, what do you think of these stats?
Unbelievable stats, and an unbelievable kid. And he's just a breath of fresh air. He's always got a smile on his face. He's never moaning and groaning. And, he's one of our own, like you said. He's come up through the ranks. He's been superb. He's professional. You don't read about any stories about him in the papers or anything like that. He just looks like a kid that is dedicated to football. And I'm so happy for him, And these are the type of profile of players that Arsenal need if we're going to get back to challenging to win the league. Players like that are young, hungry, and there's years to come from them. This guy is doing this at 19. If he can stay injury-free, worry, keep his feet on the ground, because he will. I think the world is at his feet. I really do. He's unreal. I was just so pleased that at the start of the season they tied him down to a very long contract.
Yeah. So best bits of business we've done for a while, I'd say.
Yeah. But I remember speaking to somebody from Halen Academy who told me, this was about 2 years ago, told me, Robbie, we have got, he goes, it's not been highlighted enough. We have some exceptional kids coming out of the academy. Exceptional. And he told me about quite a few players. I don't remember him even mentioning Saka to me, actually, right? I remember he did mention Smith Rowe. He did tell me about Reece Nelson. He told me about that kid Xavier, who's actually moved on now. He's over in Germany. But, and he's been proven right, and there's more exceptional kids now. And I think what's incredible is that when those kids that are playing in that academy see a pathway to the first team, that's a really good thing as well, because you've got other kids playing at other big clubs and they're never going to get a chance to play. If you're at City and teams like that, your chances of getting into the first team. Look how good Phil Foden is.
Yeah.
And he still can't nail down a regular week in, week out place. But if you look at Arsenal, Saka is a regular now, right? You've got other guys like Emile Smith Rowe, who's come through. You've got guys like Reece Nelson, who's had a chance. Eddie Nketiah, who's in and around the first team squad.
Willock as well.
Joe
Willock came through. I mean,
yeah, and they're not fringe guys. They're first team squad players. So that means if you come in and you seize your opportunity when you get it in the first team, you could be a fixture in the Arsenal first team. And there's not many other teams around that offer those sort of, of the size of Arsenal, that offer those sort of opportunities. So I think it's fantastic. I mean, it took Chelsea to have a ban on transfer for us to be able to see, again, some of their excellent kids. They've got some excellent academy as well. But had it not been for that transfer ban, you wouldn't have seen them.
No.
So we got to commend, that's one thing we got to commend Arsenal for. They give the young players a chance. And this is not just something that, they're just doing now. They've been doing this for a long while, and long may it continue.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, I've been to a few of the under-18, under-23 games sometimes, and Saka, you'd see him play, but he was never really one that people would then talk about afterwards. It was Eddie, and it was Joe Willock and Nelson. Those were the ones that were really spoken about. Saka wasn't really mentioned, but he still played most of the games. But he's a very, very good player. Smith Rowe's a great player. We've got Miguel Aziz as well. He's on the fringes of the first team. Balogun Hopefully we'll be able to tie him down like we managed to tie down Martinelli and Saka.
Yeah. I hope Balogun
contract as well.
The more I've been thinking about that Balogun situation, I'm like, I want this kid to be patient. I know he wants to play first team football, but you are only 19. You do have a lot of real quality strikers in front of you, and I want him to be patient. I want him to look across to maybe, say, Chelsea, and look at Tammy Abrahams and how many different loans he's had to go out on before he's been able to establish himself in the first team at Chelsea. So, I know he's been banging in goals in the under-23s and he's been doing really well, but it's a big step up, as Eddie Nketiah is finding, from the under-23s to come into the full squad. So I want him to be patient. Maybe go on a loan, like what Emile Smith Rowe went on loan to Huddersfield. And that's looking like the making of him now. So it's understandable because everybody wants to play. And if it's in the case of
I want to play for Arsenal, but I haven't got my chance. I think I'll be waiting for a while.
Sorry, you got no chance, right? But I want him to be patient, and if he's patient, he'll get his chance.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, Saka maybe didn't have a loan spell, but Smith Rowe did, Nelson did, Eddie did. Like they're all having chances out, and I think time will tell what goes on there. For now, I just want to quickly look back again at the Southampton game, and there's this stat which came out, which was that Lacazette has been involved in more goals for Arsenal in all competitions this season than Nicolas Pepe, and only Lacazette. Let me say so. 12 for Lacazette, 9 for Pepe. And obviously, they both scored in that game versus Southampton. I think Pepe played very well, and it was nice to see him, on the left-hand side doing well as well. We have Saka on the right, Pepe on the left. Perfect, worked a treat. So what do you think about that? Pepe and Lacazette are our top 2 goal involvement players this season.
Pepe's got all the ability in the world. He just needs consistency. And I was very happy with his performance against Southampton. And I think he's better on the left-hand side. He seems to be better. He seems more balanced out on that side. And Lacazette, all I can do is commend him. That guy was getting so much grief at the start of this season. There was Arsenal fans saying, get rid of him now, not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Right? He did go for a bit of a bad patch. But he's our top scorer. And he works his socks off. And what I liked about him in the game against Southampton is he missed that chance, the one-on-one at the start of the game. But he didn't hide after that. He still wanted the ball. He still did all he was for the team. And I was so happy to see him on the score sheet. And right now, he's a very, very important player in this Arsenal team. And I always look at players and say, if you hit a rocky patch, put the work in. Your talent will come back. So I think Lacazette, still one of my favourite players at Arsenal because I just love his attitude. Yeah, it's exemplary.
Yeah, I think again he scored 10 goals or more in all 4 of his seasons for Arsenal now. I think that's the stat. So that's, again, great. He should be scoring goals. Hopefully he'll score a lot more than that, but it's good. It's good to see us getting some goals. It's good to see us in the top half of the table. Very nice to see us there. So let's hope it continues, as you say. Holding on to the whole thing about Lacazette being an absolute baller for a bit longer, this graphic is a player index graphic, which basically uses the Opta data, whether that's like the chances they have in the games or I don't know. It's a whole big mathematical whatever of their kind of performances from the games that they play. So this is the top 10 for Arsenal, which is quite interesting. Obviously, you've got Lacazette top, and rightly so if he's scoring all these goals and being involved in all these goals. And then Xhaka, Tierney, Saka, Ceballos, Gabriel, Leno, El Neni, Partey, and Holding making up the rest of the top 10, which is interesting because some people might say, oh, well, Neni's not been playing very well, or Partey's barely played. Well, out of what he has done, he's done very well, considering he's in that top 10. That's out of the whole squad in the Premier League.
Xhaka at number 2.
Yeah, exactly. That surprised me a lot, seeing Xhaka at number 2, and I think seeing Gabriel further down. But
it doesn't really surprise me because I've been saying to people from time that Xhaka's been having a good season. He's been having a good season.
He's more like a silent player in terms of.
Yeah, I mean, he's been having a good season. I think he's been very consistent this season. He's had a couple of shaky games, but on the whole, let's be real. If you looked at most of the games this season, if you got most of the player ratings, like I did, for instance, with DT, Xhaka's been fairly consistent. He's been like, yeah, Xhaka had a good game. Xhaka was decent. Yeah, can't really fault Xhaka for what he did. And I think next to Partey, he looks a much better player.
For sure, 100%.
Again, I think with Xhaka, it's like if he's allowed to just do the basics, he's a very good player.
Yeah, I think he had a good assist as well to Pepe as well. So yeah, I think that's a nice graphic there. And yeah, I think on the whole, Arsenal have been all right lately, which has been nice. And you know, the skills are coming out, might I say, which leads me nicely on to this amazing freestyle tutorial trick from Ben Nuttall, who actually holds some world records for some football freestyle tricks. I don't, as you can probably tell. And yeah, he's going to do a little trick for us. So yeah, take a look.
What's going on, Arsenal Fan TV? I know you missed me, I know it's locked down in the UK, but do not worry, you know me, I've got you covered. New skill today for you to learn at home. Right, it's called the rocket combo, looks like this. So a nice kind of showboat party trick that you can impress your friends with, okay? Now, it's 3 steps to this skill. We're going to break it down step by step. First step, not too difficult, we're just going to start with it in our hands and place it in between our knees like this, so it's locked in there in between our kneecaps, not going anywhere. Okay, that's the first step. Second step is the drop down, so it looks like this. So what we want to do here is obviously bring our knees apart so the ball, it allows the ball to drop down, and then we're going to bring our strong foot leg up like so as it's coming down, and then clamp together once it's down. So let go, bring leg up, clamp. Okay, so now it's locked in the ankles here, same thing, not going anywhere. Now the final step to this combo or skill is the flick up, so it looks like this. Okay, so all we want to do here is basically bend our knees, put our arms behind our back for a bit of momentum for when we jump up as high as we can, releasing the ball like that. Now, I know a lot of you lot, after I saw the last attempts of the last skill, a lot of you lot are techie ballers, yeah? So obviously you can go into kick-ups like so, and that's about it really. So rocket combo, put it together, looks like that.
What do you think, Robbie?
Could do that. We'll pull it.
Okay. Well,
Easy, man. That's easy.
Okay, if you insist. I mean, I'm going to give it a go. Hopefully all the snow's dried up now, but I'll give it a go.
That's easy.
I know I've said I'll give it a go for a while, and I've never done it, but I will give this one a go. Are you going to give this one a go then? Because you always say that you will.
I'll give it a go.
You always say you do, and you never do.
I'll give it a go. You know what? I bet you any money, actually, thinking about it. He makes it look easy. And it looks so easy, but I bet there's more to it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a skill. Because on the surface, I'm like, is that it? That's easy. Put the ball between your fingers, your foot, flick it up. Simple.
Come back next week to see how Robbie does, because I will be making him do it this time. I might not be able to see you in person, Robbie, but I will be telling everybody that you have to do it. All right. So
All right.
we'll see how you do. But yeah, okay. So you can decide who does better, me or Robbie. Maybe we'll do some kind of competition. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's wait till next week for that. Something that's happening a little bit closer is this. He signs. He signs. What do you think? He's finally signed.
Brilliant signing. When he was first, the talk was that Odegaard was looking to go out on another loan. I did a video on AFTV saying, get Odegaard. This is before we was even linked with him. I was like, let's get him. Makes sense. Young. Remember, he was once upon a time, people were talking about him in terms of like a new Messi.
I mean, right? He made his debut at 16, to be fair. He made his Real Madrid.
Yeah. But obviously, at Real Madrid, there's so many excellent midfielders, Modric, Cruz, Casemiro.
We've already got one of them at us already.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the worst position to be playing in if you're a Madrid player. And he can't get into the team. He had a great loan move last year at Sociedad. Makes sense. For 6 months. I heard some people saying, oh, no, but if we bring him in, what does that do to Smith Rowe? Well, we see yesterday, Smith Rowe, we saw on Tuesday, Smith Rowe, he might not be in the team for the weekend. I mean, he's a little bit of a muscle. There's loads of games coming. So if him and Smith Rowe can battle it out, it's fantastic. It means as well that he gets a chance to work his way into the team. And I honestly think if he comes and he plays really well, I can see him staying.
You reckon?
I can see him stay. I think if he comes and he does really, really well, think about this, right? He went to Real Sociedad.
Yep.
And he was supposed to be there on a 2-year loan.
Okay.
Yeah. He was brilliant in the first year, and Real Madrid decided that actually we're not letting you stay for 2 years. You're coming back because now you're going to be in the first team.
Yeah.
Come back. He's been a big part, and then they've sent him back out on loan. Well, he's decided he wants to go on loan because he's not playing any football. Will he want to go back to Madrid again, or is he? If he's at a big club like Arsenal, it's not Sociedad. No disrespect to them, but you're a big Arsenal playing with Aubameyang and Lacazette and Thomas Partey's and people like that, and you do really well. Norwegian as well. The Premier League is huge in Norway. He might just say, you know what, I like it here, man. And I'm getting game time. And if Arsenal can do a deal with Real Madrid, I wouldn't mind staying here. And I'm hoping that that's what happens. But I really could see that happening, because if he does well, obviously, I think it's a no-lose for Arsenal. If he comes and he absolutely bombs, you send him back. And then in the summer, you go full pelt for somebody like a Buendia.
Yeah.
But if he comes and he's brilliant, then you might not need Buendia. That's your answer right there. He's 22.
That's true.
So
it's interesting to see.
A loan deal that makes so much sense. I don't know what's happened to Arsenal. Somebody's gone over there and hit them over the head, and they're starting to be sensible now. Matt Ryan was a very sensible signing as a backup goalkeeper. Ready, internationals, played hundreds of games. And then now they've got this kid. Perfect. It will come. He's got a point to prove coming to Arsenal. And, and as I said, if it don't work out, send him back.
So the window closes in a few days and you're happy, maybe a backup left back? But
I still think we could do it a backup left back. I really do. I think Cedric played brilliantly against Southampton the other night. But, a backup left back to provide that correct balance, I think would be because right now I think I'd like to see Cedric starting as a right back.
Yeah, he's been playing quite well.
A backup left back in case anything happens to Tierney. He's a bit injury prone, Tierney, right? And I just said, he's got to be a backup for every position because there's so many games.
Yeah, that's very, very true.
Game, we're playing Saturday against Man United. We then play again on Tuesday against Wolves. It's a horrendous program at the moment for these footballers. So having players who can back up is absolutely vital right now. So I'd like to see a backup left back, and then if there's any other gems out there that come up, Arsenal need to be looking at that before the window closes, you know. But if they could get a left back, shift out Mustafi, I think it would have been a great window.
Good, cool. So how are you feeling about Man United then? What's your score prediction?
It's going to be a really tough game. They're on fire at the moment. They've got. I've been saying for ages, you know, United have got an excellent squad. They've got excellent players. I just never understood why their fans are saying, "Oh, we ain't got a team to challenge for the league." I'm like, yeah, you do. And they're playing really well at the moment. Their confidence is up. It's going to be.
I already hung up on that, but okay.
Absolutely. Right. They got an excellent team. They've got an excellent team. It's going to be tough, but listen, we're on form as well. 5 wins in our last 6. We're playing at home.
Nice.
Right? There's no fans there. Yeah, I think we can beat them.
What's your score prediction?
I think it'll be a draw. You know.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a feeling it could be a bit of a stalemate. They're playing very well. It's going to be very difficult to win the game. But somehow I don't think we're going to lose the game. So that's why I'm sort of siding with a draw at the moment. But my mind will probably change as I get nearer the weekend.
Yeah, probably. Either for better or for worse. We'll see. But yeah, I guess we've got to wait and see what the score is for that one. Hopefully get a result against Wolves on the Tuesday, as you say. And come back sometime next week for the next episode of Next Gen, where Robbie will have tried this amazing skill from Ben Nuttall.
Easy.
I got to say as well, so he's actually setting up a new YouTube channel for some of his tricks. So links in the description. Go check him out. Go subscribe to him. And of course, link in the description for maskfc.com. 10% off using code AFTV. Very, very original. But yeah, go for it. So yeah, thank you, Robbie, for joining me.
No worries.
And see you guys again soon.
Masks. These are the new normal. But what you want to do is get yourself an Arsenal-inspired mask. And also, these masks are comfortable. Best ones I've worn, and they actually do the job. If you want to get one, the link is in the description right now. Go to maskfc.com and get 10% off.